Okay. I think we're okay. Hello. Hey. Howdy. Let's do this, guys. Are you excited for some Autopsy Simulator? I'm actually quite excited for this, to be fair.
The medical examiner, Beatsville. Dr. Jack Hampton is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks.
Going great, thank you, Hey. How are you?
A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic.
Good. I'm glad to
I
hear.
thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No, please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife.
So guys, just to notice, on the channel, if you don't want to watch a commentary playthrough, I have just released a full gameplay of this, but non-commentary. So if you would prefer to watch the story without interruptions, then feel free to watch that as well. Plus, I do have videos coming out every 15 minutes of each chapter as well. I will try and not make it as interrupted, and I will try and just keep playing, just like, you know, keep the flow, but there will be a bit of chat. But there is a non-commentary playthrough. Make sure to go and like it and all that good stuff.
I need to set up the camera first.
I need to set up the camera first.
This place is starting to... Now remember, Jack, don't forget, hit the record button this time.
Is the audio all okay for everybody? Is everything sounding good?
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Okay, I just needed to double check. I forgot, I didn't know if I put the sensor issue on. But I did. I put the sensor on.
I just have to get everything in frame. This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Let's start. Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy.
Always put on your rubber gloves.
Accidents. It's worth having
Lesson learned, kids.
It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney
always
aren't doing well,
wear your
you may end up with diarrhea.
Yo.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased.
Okay.
Make sure that all the necessary tools are
You always stand on the right of the deceased?
Run around looking for something.
I wonder if that's actually like a true thing.
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
Okay.
During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many injuries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself.
You are indeed.
The police folder.
That
will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be. The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers. The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot. Signs of libation were found around the body. He worked most of his life at the local port. The body was noticed by... That's it. It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure with... Now it's our turn to take some
gloves
for our files.
That's what I'm telling you. You always need the gloves.
Let's see here. Aha. There you are.
Always need gloves.
Where? As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to... Voila! Now we move on to the next step. Looking for traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides. Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite. Probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
Laceration?
The boiler yield wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look.
That is... Did he just twitch? Or was that just me? I don't know, it looked like he twitched for a second. I swear to God, if he opens his eyes...
Something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury... Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and... In a moment, We will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data. Personal information.
Tobias Chambers,
Deceased was
age
unclothed.
62,
Date.
sex male, race
Okay.
white.
As you can see, I note everything down.
Put your heart rate monitor on.
Prepared forms.
Alright.
Every pathologist must keep a
My
detailed
watch
record
alive.
of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you
My
may
watch
back up
is
your
dead.
conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed
I
earlier.
put it on
For
charge
this,
so I remember.
You're going to need a magnifying glass.
The next horror.
Which spot first? It looks like a burn
Oh wow.
mark. No doubt painful,
Headphones.
but it's not pertinent for this case.
Oh, my monitor just turned off. That's fun.
Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell
Frostbite
by
on the
characteristic skin
fingertips.
color.
I feel like frostbite would actually be like, oh,
I can confirm the
it'd be
presence
awful,
of
wouldn't it?
ecchymosis on the deceased
It would
man's
be
head.
awful.
The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
Okay.
Definitely a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time.
The hell just happened?
That's if he wore any at all.
Oh wait, there's something happening on the screen. Hmm? Wait. That was an alert that just came through. But what happened to it? Wait. What just happened to the alert? It was like a little slither. I saw like the little slither of the alert. Right, where is that? Ew, them feet. Oh yeah, I kind of left it on a really bad. Sounded like a Steam achievement. It did.
Let's go back to our notes. First,
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. We do need. Wait. Let me fix what this stream elements thing is. Okay, 1 second. Sorry. See, distractions. I just saw it and I saw something was on right. Okay. What would that have been? Overlays. Is it this? Oh. Oh. What about now? Wait, what? You know what? I feel like we'll just make do. You know what? We'll just make do. We will just make do. I can see why. I can literally. I know why the issue is what it is. I can see the problem. Yeah, I can see the issue, but I'll sort that another day. But whoever just subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate the subscribe.
And make
Thank
notes
you.
for each one. So, even though we're not in the head wound, if Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, this is of note. Considering the nights have been particularly nasty lately, we will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Okay.
We
Down
still
the
have one
clipboard.
thing left from the basics. Rigor mortis. Well,
Rigor mortis.
we take our deceased by the hand, gradually re-raise it.
Ew.
Now let it go.
Whee!
As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion?
Nice.
Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police
How do you
information
understand
gets
that? How do you go, yes, his hand fell at a reasonable pace? What? That's kind of crazy.
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this,
Oh.
I need an oscillating saw. The cut is made from ear to ear. After which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull. After the basic examination, we can see some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now. Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us. So far, so good.
Brain looks good.
The
Looks healthy.
hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Looks like a healthy brain.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Okay. We can... What? Oh.
The brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs.
Okay.
I grab a scalpel from my kit. The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. Alright, now we peel back and separate the skin. Now, we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this. Quite a satisfying crunch, for some anyway. After we can see widespread black and tar, despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes.
Wait,
Advanced
is he okay?
inflammation.
Good for you.
What now? Specifically 3. 5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it. Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse. Left on the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My old but trusted centrifuge.
I need my notebook.
Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
Onwards!
This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
Used centrifuge. Okay.
Let's
Entree.
get back to the examination. We put all of the samples into the rotor.
Yep. Put them all in.
Now we set the appropriate time and speed.
15 minutes. 5. 7.
Okay, let's roll. Oh shit, the fuses again. Where were we? Oh yes, the blood alcohol concentration.
You guys see that?
Let's see what we've got here. Everything's separated as
You
it
guys
should.
see that?
Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, we look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out.
The
as
heart
abnormal.
looks fine.
At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death. Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size is normal, healthy, and as expected, the stomach has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside. We will do it carefully.
Cut open the stomach.
We open the stomach
Oh my
along
god,
the
look at
greater
this.
curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end.
So this pattern, by the way, guys, you have to do with the
There's
mouse.
something left inside.
You basically have to avoid the walls.
Okay, large amount of small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents. There are 2 ways here. One is obvious, and the other is...
Trachea.
At first glance, the trachea looks normal. Same result as with the stomach. The external
They're gonna want us to
inspection
cut
doesn't tell us
open the
anything.
trachea.
This time we'll cut on a tray. While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision to be able to cut with the very tip. And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
Okay, let's
Based on
summarize.
the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his
After
back.
playing this game, you'll be able to remove square.
Then, the gastric
Damn.
contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties. And now it's all clear.
Signature.
The mystery is solved. But for us,
Oh.
this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up. For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, and I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Boom.
Beautiful. Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them
Bye,
safely in the
buddy.
fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
See ya.
God, I'm tired.
In you go.
I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
To the car.
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
Gosh, no, I wouldn't trust him. What? Now, why would you not do that? Hmm? That is rude. Where do all these skulls come from? These are all the people we've like put away. You be on that slab? You'd be on the slab? Just lifeless. Fucking zombie. Chapter 1. There we go, guys. We did the tutorial. Round of applause.
Forgive
Round
me.
of applause. Wonder if you could just not take pills.
What? Christ. What a dream.
Wonder if you could just... Yeah, I wonder if you could just not take pills. There's one thing like I always thought of, like, what if you just didn't take pills?
So much light everywhere.
Museum. Testing for science. I think you have to take pills. Yeah, I think you have to. We're about to find out. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long trip back upstairs. Damn it! Okay. Back up we go. We do have to take pills. Onwards, team. Why can't we run? Why do we have to walk at such a snail's? Like, what the hell?
A pill a day keeps the defective Jack away.
Go on then, munch on your pills.
It's a shame these won't help with my hangover.
Hello?
The fucking phone.
Isn't that how like every person has it? Like, oh my god, they're ringing me.
I'll be
Go
there soon.
away.
It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Oh God.
I didn't recognize you.
Oh
I thought,
God, I'm so sorry.
I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home too. How's everything? We haven't talked since, you know.
Well, there are good days,
There
and
are
there are
bad
bad
days.
days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay. How can I help?
Unusual.
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask. Do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together?
What you want with my dead wife?
Love to have something.
What did you want with my dead wife?
I guess. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now.
Hit the like button also, guys.
Overslept.
Share over.
I'm late
Thank
for
you.
work
I
and,
appreciate that.
And I
Yes,
still have some errands
indeed.
to run on the way.
Make sure to like the video.
Okay,
The video.
sure.
The stream.
Sorry to keep
Make
you.
sure
I'll
to
look for something and
share it.
Thanks for the call, and bye.
Share it
My
around.
address.
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
I have no
Got it.
idea what this
Thanks.
one's going on, but
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
okay.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you.
It's really no
You
problem.
too, Charlotte. It was
You
nice to
too,
meet you.
Charlotte. It was nice to hear from you.
Well,
Why is he?
that was a bit unexpected.
That was a
Find something to
ghost.
send. Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam. It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long.
That was a ghost.
It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer. Okay, time to go to work.
He sounds so monotone. I get it. His wife died, I guess. He's depressed or something.
I should grab
But
some
come
coffee and aspirin
on.
on the way.
He's like, oh, I gotta get some coffee on the way. I just hate my job. I hate my life. I hate
His fluorescent
everything.
tubes are brutal.
I just don't want to be here no more. It just sounds so done. I hate my job.
I hope this helps, Charlotte.
Hope this helps, Charlotte.
Okay. All done here.
All
Time to
done.
go. Huh?
Like, there was
Damn,
no
I
need
forgot
for
my
that.
jacket. Well, I'll brave
There was no need.
it for tonight. Too bad.
Absolutely no need. We've arrived at the medical examiner.
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
The timesheet handman.
Some corpses have more personality than Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I'd better check the answering machine.
A cake?
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little.
Mom always said not to accept sweets from strangers. That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet. Birthday. I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday.
This looks like a good muffin.
A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section.
Ew!
Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
Onwards! We have stuff to do. We have bodies to cut open. Good evening, miss.
Ah, man. I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name?
Good evening, miss.
I need
How
to
are
order
you doing
another
today?
batch of these.
I'm going to be your dissector of the day.
And that's the whole point.
Don't you worry.
Steven laughs at me
Your
for
body
recording
is with
everything.
good
He
hands.
says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than
Something along those lines.
most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Handman, lecturer from the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, police force. Ah, yes, Samantha Barker. When questioned, friends admitted that after her first album became a commercial, the deceased was found in her own
What we're
apartment.
saying here
Location,
is she looks like she took some pills
apartment by
and then she
police patrol.
died.
Officers were
But,
called back. Okay.
let's remove her
Now we can
clothes
continue with
and
the
we'll figure out
examination.
what's going on
Again,
today.
Begin by taking photographs of the cadaver.
Photographs
I guarantee that over
of the
time
body.
you'll cease being
Document
embarrassing.
nothing
First,
suspicious has been
photograph the whole
done.
body.
Snap.
And now, any suspicious looking marks or wounds. Well, there's
Ugh.
even more here.
Don't say well like that.
Don't get
That's
such bruises
creepy.
from a normal contusion.
Ew.
Yes,
Why did
I've
he say?
seen
Why
this
did he say
many
that?
times.
That was just really creepy.
Interesting. Very uneven. We need to investigate this.
Very interesting.
A few we will need to look into here.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look. The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
Tussle.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow.
Wait, I'm curious to know. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not gonna put on whatever it's called. I'm not gonna put on thingy. I'm just curious to know what the texture resolution would look like. Whoa! Did we just lag for a second?
Some internal
Okay, guys.
issues.
If we start lagging, let me know. 'Cause I just decided to change some of the core.
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly.
If it lags, let me
others
know.
Less, as if someone was undecided. And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue.
Fluid residue.
More numerous blisters. We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down. Currently, it's difficult to, although in general, on the neck, given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle or perhaps the result of iron deficiency. To be checked in the lab later. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify. I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty. Legs? There's nothing here. Well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand, and we check for
Rigor mortis. Oh, shit. Yeah. Let's figure out when she died. What?
Again,
Boom.
the
Hey.
after yesterday,
Hey, ISO.
you should
That's what I'm
know
gonna
this
call you.
means.
I'm gonna call you
Since we
ISO.
don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one.
You're gonna be
So,
forever
starting
ISO.
the internal inspection.
Scalpel time.
I dissect the skin of the deceased.
How are you, JAYM?
and I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with yesterday's body, the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue.
Oh gosh, someone then. Yo. Yo.
Now for the ribs. What do we have here? Or rather, what don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take
Syringe
much.
time.
My wife was constantly
In the
banging
eye,
the furniture.
please. Take the eye
Walked into the
fluid.
door frames.
And
It's a wonder
we'll
she never
probably just
broke
get one for the
anything.
bladder.
Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicology. All done. I'll transfer these to the centrifuge.
Transfer.
What was it? 15. My own ideal for all the fluid tests.
What? I don't need to go get my notebook again. Come on, let's go get the notebook.
I'll need my notebook.
There it is. Pick it up.
Numbers have never been my strong
I'm
point.
okay, thank you. How are you doing today? I'm very well,
I
thank
forgot
you.
birthdays and anniversaries.
I'm glad you're doing
Alice
great.
always forgave me.
Okay, in the tubes go, please. And one more. Nice. Good job.
Gently does it with this old thing.
So it's
Handle with
15
kid gloves.
and 70.
I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out.
Ding!
The laboratory is already my own but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy. Ridley! Mr. Ridley! Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it. I'll do it myself. I swear there was a flashlight in here. Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway. First the right, and then
Get the lights on!
And voila.
Oh!
What the? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace?
Oh! There's stuff going on and I don't like it.
Jack Hanman speaking.
I hate
Easy.
it.
Why so rude?
Steve? Sorry, man.
Steve?
This place is falling apart.
My mate
And Ridley
Steve.
won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Did the centrifuge strip the fuses again?
Yeah. Eventually, everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
That shit
Okay,
pisses me off.
sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm
That's-
calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Safely
Sounds great.
couldn't eat much dinner.
Phew.
Oh, you
To
couldn't?
your head.
Well, my head seems better than yours.
Because of the cutting, or
Holy fuck.
just
Jack, turn on the radio.
whoa, what
What's
the hell
happening?
happened?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved
A
in an
3-car
accident near
police
Peace Bay
convoy.
Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison.
A
At the
3-car
moment, we do
police
not know the
convoy.
exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a
Large number of victims.
possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis. So stay tuned
With us.
What? Steven, was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't
Then
he?
you
What if he
10
survived?
minutes stand up.
Jack, I
Yeah,
have
that's
to go.
it.
They want me on site.
What if he survived?
What if he survived?
Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck.
Not redneck Pete.
Down, Jack.
Not redneck Pete.
I need my pills. You heard me, Jack. Fucking hell!
Shh. What are we doing?
My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
We need pills. Pills! What are you shaking for, pussy? Take your pills.
Yes. Nothing's going to happen.
What?
Christ.
You saw nothing?
I've got to get back to work.
Go back to work then, you little puss. Jeez.
What? Technical break. Alright, let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap. And miraculously, yes, the samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
Miraculously.
Alright, let's load this up. I placed the test tubes in the rack. Now, just take 5 milliliters from each. Precisely.
Dip and suck.
And the next.
Dip. Dip and suck.
5 more.
And dip and suck.
We put the prepared sample into the machine. Let's see what we have here. The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death.
Okay.
Just slight inebriation. I can return to the body and continue the rest of the examination. The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death.
Nice.
However, remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body. It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating its rate, and dilutes the blood, which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident. Also remember, first, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body.
Of barbiturates.
That's enough. I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now. Now I remove
Liver.
the liver.
Hello, liver.
No lesions.
Hello,
However,
liver.
it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ.
Come on, let's weigh it. Chuck it in. Ew.
Weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged.
Where's the third? Where's it going?
I'll move on to a cross-section.
Since when did livers
Perhaps the enlargement is the
just
result of
float on their own?
cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly.
What?
I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure. No steatosis or
You guys saw that, right?
The liver is actually the question is, what about drugs or other substances?
What about drugs?
I move on to the heart.
We're gonna have to.
At a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack.
Do we have to do anything with the heart? Nope.
The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged.
Overdose.
Alcohol poisoning. And the heart looks like it is
Overdose.
collapsed. So, I guess we need to go to the centrifuge.
That's what we're going for.
Barbiturates.
That's
the last time I saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. I better check the data in my notebook. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So
I thought we
he
weren't
took
trying
another
another
one.
test on this
He
centrifuge.
forgot again
Alright.
and took another one. Alright.
10 and 75. Okay. 10 and
We close
75.
the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again.
You stay right there. I do not want you waking
Looks
up.
like our luck is in.
Okay.
We can take the samples to the lab now.
We're gonna do another
Perhaps
lab
she was able to
test.
get hold of these drugs.
Go for it. I put
Okay,
two.
2 samples this time.
Right.
6 milliliters each.
Ah, my eye. 6. Down we go. Suck, 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 suck. Suck. Nice. I'm gonna do 12. And it goes. Suck. Suck. Nice. Good job.
Well, let's see how much of it we find. Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital tablets of hepatic origin. Looks like I'll have to check the contents of the deceased's stomach. The tests show that the collected blood contained enough barbiturates to cause cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach.
Definitely a deliberate
Before
act.
extraction, I ligate the entire organ to prevent its contents from spilling out.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection. Normally, the stomach and intestines are full of surprises. But
Oh.
not this time.
Pills.
I see remnants of undigested food and a dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident. Length and width normal. No obvious pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in
Pills.
the stomach of the deceased. Lungs are normal. The deceased's trachea is normal. The deceased's intestine is normal. No clear pathological changes. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain.
We're just literally
I
taking
make a
overdose.
calculation
Yeah.
of the victim's
Overdose.
and remove the brain.
Took too many pills. Disappeared.
Brain is normal. No obvious lesions. Alright. I need to dissect it on a board. Using a knife, I carefully cut through the brain tissue. I peek inside a bit, and... as expected, the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial, but who knows? Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw. I think the goggles were in the desk drawer. Oh, they're out there.
What?
Well, this...
Okay. I just put the goggles on.
Saw. I need saw. Fuck. I don't see it here.
Fuck.
I know. I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning.
We need to go in the basement.
It's in the social.
If only he could put that much enthusiasm in. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses. Please, may this be the last trip.
Come on then. To the basement. Nothing ever.
Why did the prison convoy
Nothing
have
ever
to get
goes
into an
wrong
accident?
in the basement.
Jack, take a deep breath.
Right?
Deep, pleasantly cool breath. You're nearly finished with the autopsy. Then you can go home and rest. I'll take
Nothing
this
ever
off.
goes wrong. Basement is where all the good things happen. Spam spacebar.
Fuck! It's jammed! Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here? Damn hatch. Damn red peas. If only.
Guy's so angry, man. Oh! Why'd that thing move?
Easier if I put things away properly.
Why are we putting a saber saw
Damn student lectures and their fucking
down in the
props.
basement? That's what I want to know.
And like clockwork, he's already sleeping.
Na, 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 na.
Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to reviewing this final code.
Pleasant. What? Ew.
The spine is removed. I can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased. Ladies and gentlemen, almost over. Now, to sum up and tidy away the body. The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates. Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic. Well, we're done for today. Thank you for your attention.
Bye, buddy. And tuck her away.
Tiring day. I can
Home
feel those
time.
hunger pains coming on. I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way. Gloves in the trash. Leave the apron for cleaning. A nightcap will do me good. Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning. I guess there are actually two things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe three things. My whiskey on the rocks when I get home.
Whiskey on the rocks. What's whiskey on the rocks? Does that mean whiskey and ice?
So cold.
What does that mean?
I guess I should have brought my jacket to work.
Whiskey and ice.
This block can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet. Almost there. Stephen didn't want to go out for a drink tonight, so I'll drink my whiskey in the company of my TV. Shit. I forgot the muffin. Well, Ridley will have a nice treat for the night. I'm sure he'll be his happy, thankful self tomorrow.
I forgot them. Well.
What? What? What the fuck? But I locked it. I'm sure of it.
Chapter 2.
Who the fuck did... Oh, God. Oh, God. What am I supposed to do now? Money. They must have stolen the money.
They must have stolen the money.
Fuck! Great. That's all I need. What if it was Red Pete?
Why would Red Pete?
I need my pills. I can't get my thoughts to... Okay. I'm gonna have to report this to the police. Christ. Why did the... I'm calling... Stephen?
Now,
That's not why I'm ringing. Although I
That's
could do
not
with
why
one.
I'm ringing.
Someone broke into my apartment.
What? Did anyone say anything? Have you called the police yet?
No, I don't think so. Anyway.
What do you mean you don't think so? Of course you haven't.
Police?
You're the first person I called.
I'm calling right now, officer.
Alright. Do you want me to head around? Look for any trace evidence?
I don't know. No, I guess not. Honestly, I don't have the strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie down.
It's
Are you sure?
I need to open up
It's
window.
no trouble at all.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know.
That is very
It's probably
warm.
some stupid joke.
Very warm.
Only money was stolen.
Money? From listen, I can come over. I have the key.
No.
I have the
Yourself.
key.
Lately, I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know and call the police.
All right. Just make sure if you see
We closed the
anything
door
weird tomorrow,
anyway.
let me know. Whoever did this may be watching you.
I don't think anyone is dumb enough to come back.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If
Bye.
you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Stephen. Sorry to bother you again. I've just been all over the place lately.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night.
Night. Well.
What?
What? What?
I guess I should clean this shit up. Where to start? There you go. To be honest,
Jack, why?
maybe I could barricade. I think I'm just tired. Now I'm sure I won't get caught up in these papers. Alice's family should really have some of these. What a mess. Now if only I could blame this on the burglars. That's enough for now. Jeez, I'm exhausted. I'll get the rest in the morning.
Not a happy old soul, is he? Just been burgled into.
Oh yeah, I should take my pills.
Oh yeah, I should take. Yum yum yum.
I feel like it takes me forever to finish these things. That's enough. It will never look clean. I need to quickly change and finish getting ready. I'm gonna be late for work again. Got my keys, got my files. Check. Time to go. Remember to close the door properly, Jack.
I literally closed the door last time.
Suspicious.
I don't know why they're pretending like I didn't shut the door, because I did.
I wonder if Ridley fixed the coffee machine.
You cannot tell me otherwise. Very quiet atmosphere, isn't it?
Maybe a bit optimistic.
Very quiet.
I'd better grab a coffee on the way.
What's your guys' feelings on this game so far? Like, I just want to know, like, what are you guys feeling? Because it's kind of very monotone and very much like the A to B. I don't know.
I'm exhausted. At least it's quiet here. I wonder who's Stephen. Good morning, Mr. Ridley. Oh, he's not here yet? No, I'll deal with Adam.
I like the look of this game. Fun to play. Okay, okay. Yeah. Holy shit. Why was that so loud in the headphones? Why was it so loud? It was not okay.
Almost there. Now for the tough part. The body needs to be moved. Where's Ridley when you need him? Alright. I just need some gloves and my apron. Then I can get to work.
Then I can get to work.
I'm going to need my tape recorder for this. Autopsy dated November 22nd, 1991. 7:32 p.m. It's most likely Harper Lloyd. Firefighters found the body after the Chelsea family began complaining. It is also known that the deceased was the last person who had Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with. Better do it quickly. Okay, that could have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes so as one shoe is missing. I'm going to need the camera to document all possible suspicious marks. Definitely the first thing that stands out is the very advanced post-mortem gigantism, including clearly visible post-mortem lividity. The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is extremely pale. Post-mortem markings are seen on the underside of the body, that is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased. Livor mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins. There are bruises and hemorrhages on the neck. These usually occur due to increased inhalation when fighting to breathe underwater. It's likely that the deceased was lying on her back when she was fished out. The so-called washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water for a long time. The skin on the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove. There are some obvious scratches on the skin. So, after the preliminary exam, it's time to take a closer look at this. Today's date.
Okay.
The deceased was clothed. Rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of... There are obvious scratches on the skin. The spots have a purplish blue-red hue, which is a tip. We see thick white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema. Foam is a
Gross.
No obvious signs of struggle. The skin on the hands would have easily peeled away from the flesh. Some of the fingers have already lost their nails. Due to the fact that the deceased was wearing shoes all the time, her feet are in better condition than her hands. Nevertheless, we can still notice a clear, wavy skin and the so-called washerwoman's skin texture.
Washerwoman.
Yep, pretty typical. Okay, that's probably enough to indicate a direction for further examination. The hands heavily wrinkled, marks found on the neck and foaming diffuse spot. Considering the deceased's penchant for those abrasions appear relatively fresh. No, they're fortunately, the skin on in this livor mortis a simple, maybe it's just an abrasion, or maybe the result of a fight and being pushed into a well. Well, after all, several people had a motive to kill her. That's all for now.
Several people had a motive to kill her.
Here it is. With decomposing bodies, the tissue of the pads, if the body of the deceased is well preserved, the fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible. Okay, I think I have everything. I'll move on to the actual examination. Glycerin is injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger. The substance then enters the fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles.
Oh. That's cool.
Now I take a brush. Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink. I think it's enough. I'm getting fingerprint samples. In the case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand like a glove when you take the print. The skin of the deceased is extremely delicate, but it worked. I'll use the fax machine to add the print into the system. Green button and send.
Voila.
Once the data uploads, I'll run the prints against. Great. The data is there. Click upload. Now go through the database and find a matching print. Expect possible hours of fun. One more. Analyze button.
Beep, beep, beep.
We have a result. Everyone has a story to tell, even if it's just a police record. So, as predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out and attach it to the medical records. Great. Now I can go back to my inspection. I'm adding the name of the deceased. I can finally get to the practical part. I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain. A needle inserted through the nose will do the trick. If the victim was alive when she fell into the well, she must have swallowed water fighting for her life. And then diatoms, characteristics I won't even notice an army of diatoms.
What the hell am I looking for? That thing? Don't think it was that. What am I looking for?
As expected, we find the aforementioned algae in the solution. Their upper part, epitheca, which overlaps the lower, hypotheca, is clearly visible.
Okay. That's good, I guess.
The presence of diatoms in the brain samples taken indicate that the deceased was certainly alive when she fell into the water and was possibly conscious. Since there were diatoms in the brain, it means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest of the organs will most likely confirm this hypothesis. I move on to an examination of the abdominal cavity. I begin by dissecting the skin of the deceased. I must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here. You can immediately see a very large swelling of the organs. In addition, all internal organs are very congested. I proceed to remove the rib cage. It's easy to see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So, I'm going to start by drawing blood from the lungs for testing for diatoms. If diatoms were only present in the lungs, this would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the
Locate a
perpetrator
bucket.
wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way. Now, I remove the lungs and proceed to their examination. Taking the lungs in my hand, I feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity, which is the result of water emphysema. And a dip. Who? Has anyone been here? I hope no one dipped a mop in it. It's best to go to the lab for this. Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide.
First.
The water should be at room temperature.
The water should be at room temperature. Fill her up, bad boy.
To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water. This checks if there is air in the lungs. And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring them here. Of course, such a study isn't without... Oh, Jesus.
Why are you getting up like that?
In this case, however, it's about something else.
Sit back down.
The amount
You're dead.
of fluid in the lungs.
You've had your time to be alive. Now you're dead.
To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water and wait to see if they fall or if they will float on the surface. Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily. Fluid could have entered the lungs during panic attempts to catch breath underwater, but it could also be the result of bacterial infections or cancer, so further investigation is needed. I move on to dissecting the lungs of the deceased. You can hear the distinct, very unpleasant crackling of the tissues being cut through. The parenchyma is remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface. All right. Now, I will check the collected fluid under a microscope. If we find 20 diatoms on the slide, it can be considered drowning, and our result is not false positive due to possible contaminations. Let's see, although I expect we'll find them easily. As expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them. There will definitely be more than 20 of them. I'll make a note of all this. So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning. Well, the procedure requires me to check everything anyway. So, I move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart, and then remove it for inspection.
Remove it for
hemolysis, the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that, no signs of a heart attack or other heart disease. I move on to the next organ. This time, it's the liver. I remove the organ and move on to the
on a
analysis.
desert island.
It's immediately apparent that the deceased didn't
We
care
now
for
know
herself.
what to cut
Most
for a
organs,
feast.
her
That's
liver is
true,
enlarged
actually.
and severely congested.
We now know how
Begins
easy
with
it is to get to
cirrhosis
certain
visible in some
parts.
areas. I transfer the organ to a board and proceed to dissect. The cross-section clearly shows dilated veins and many small hemorrhagic foci. I must admit that this is quite a feat.
We now know.
considering the
We're never gonna go
rapid age of the
hungry. Let's
deceased.
put it that
Harper
way.
enjoyed drinking so much that she might not have lasted a few more years. I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing. It looks very turbid. I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged.
It's very much
probably full of putrid gases. I transfer it to
I don't
the
know how
board
to
and
explain
carefully
it.
open
This game.
checking the contents.
I'm glad they added the words
One
like
thing
simulator
used
to the game,
is how much this task
and weren't
smells.
like trying to do what
Okay,
Mortuary Assistant
the
tried,
stomach is
where it's like an
full of
actual like
fluid
horror game
and
with like bits of this.
unidentified organic matter, which is
But
probably leftover food.
I'm kind of
So
glad
let's
that we
check the
have.
diatoms.
This is actually a
Put it in
simulator
a centrifuge
because
for
it
a
gets
change.
over the fact of the
problem with
repetition.
examining drowned people
It
is
stops
being
the
able to show
repetition.
whether the death was due to drowning or whether something else contributed
Well,
to the death.
doesn't stop it, but it
Heart
it
attack,
has a reason
drugs,
for it to be repetitive.
homicide, or some accident. Such an analysis requires viewing from different angles and a careful interpretation of the collected data, including those from the field. That's why
35.
it's so important to collect as many samples as possible. Unfortunately. Okay, this is one last little sample. Now set.
So
If
it's
we're
quite
doing
it's
today,
it's kind of genius in a way.
I prefer working
Like the
closer to
marketing
people.
is. They did well
I'll
on
run
the
it
market.
directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the police. I'm certain the analysis will show similarities.
I think if you were just to
fluid
give this
and
game
raw
out
organ
to
chassis
people,
as well.
I'm not too sure like. So what you're saying is it is a new career possibility? I mean,
Let me
why not?
think.
I definitely don't. I don't think I could do
3,
this though. I don't think I could do it. I don't think this is for me. Doing the this kind of stuff. I feel like I'd just be grossed out.
Okay, now it's the chromatograph.
I'd probably
stage.
pass out on top of the body. Probably. I'd probably just pass out on top of the body. They'd find me and they'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yes.
Like, oh, I
The
don't know,
water
I fell
sample
asleep.
matches the one provided by the police.
Yeah, involves work.
Well, the results. are
Oh.
quite clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting.
What do you
case.
mean by that?
More diatoms. Analysis indicates the same.
do you mean by
origin,
that?
Blah blah blah. There's little left to do. I'm going to check the airway patency of the deceased. I cut out the trachea and examine it from all sides. Interesting. Inside, I find, based on the size, I can say that it's... What the fuck? But this is my ring. Alice's ring.
This is my ring.
But how did it... But this should be at home. I have it. At home. It's... Huh?
Piss off, bro.
Jesus Christ! Hope these all make it go away. I have to check the apartment. It can't be.
Go to your car and return home immediately. Okay.
Mr. Ridley.
What do you mean I have to do work? I do work. A lot. Kind of. This bloody tiny ass fly.
Real. Where is it?
I killed it.
Where is it?
Nice.
Where? Please. It's not here. It's not. I need to go. I need to go. This is suck.
Fuck. Call Steven.
Come on, Steven. Pick
Call
up the fucking
Steven.
phone.
Call Steven.
What's up, man?
They took the ring.
They took the ring.
What ring? What are you talking about?
They took the wedding ring. Alice's wedding ring.
This guy's clearly insane.
Burglary? You said nothing was missing.
Yes, I know that. I don't know. I was jittering. Maybe I didn't notice. I don't know, but that's not the worst of it.
Calm down, Jack. Breathe. What happened?
I found it in the trachea of the deceased I was working on. Do you understand? I pulled it out of a dead woman's trachea.
What?
I don't know what's going on. You think Red Pete wants revenge?
Where's all the
He's
items
playing
gone?
with me. Huh? I knew it.
What?
I knew it from the beginning. This is going
Where's
to
all the
happen.
items gone?
I didn't make it up.
Jack, listen to me. Try to calm down. Don't leave the apartment. I'll be with you right away, okay? I'm on my way.
What sane person would do something like that? How? And when?
The items were just there.
Fucking Ridley lets in whoever he likes as usual. What are you saying? Steven?
Steve.
Don't leave me, man. Come on.
Don't leave me, man.
Oh, God, what now?
Don't leave me, man.
Jesus.
Don't leave me, man.
What's going on?
Up a cap. Where's the liquid? He didn't pour anything. If you couldn't think it gets any worse, you fake poured a drink.
Yep. Jesus.
Jesus.
Just one sip more.
What do we reckon then? Do we reckon this guy's just clinically insane?
Okay.
Or do you reckon he's just depressed? Or is he an alcoholic? That could be a thing. Maybe he's just an alcoholic. Who would have known?
Alright. I can't do it anymore. These reports will kill me one day. I'll have to finish it over the weekend. It's time to go to work. I should take out the trash first. Jesus.
There's no trash.
Maybe I'll just ignore it. Yes. I wrote reports, and I was just about to leave for work.
Always know when to call.
Yeah. Definitely. What's up? How are you?
What's up?
I'm good.
How are
thanks.
you?
What about you?
Okay. Nothing new.
Do you ever get those people
Had a few
that
days
call
off.
you when you're literally about to leave the house?
That's nice. Then, did you have a moment to look for something for me?
Something for you?
Well, the photo with the photo I asked you for.
It hasn't come yet? Oh, sorry, but I said it a week ago.
No, not yet. Maybe I'm too impatient. Sorry for rushing you. You have so much on your mind. I thought maybe you forgot.
It's okay. No worries. With my pills, Pills. I almost forgot to take my pills. So you see...
I know you forgot to take my pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, bye bye.
Yes, sure.
Wrap it up.
Then I'll try...
Wrap it up.
Well, maybe I'll find something else.
Oh, really? Could you? It would be great if you could. Really?
Yes, I know it means a lot to you.
Well, I won't hold you any longer. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
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 See ya. Bye. Shut up now.
Damn. Did I mess up the address?
Damn.
How am I gonna get those pills? Maybe I should invite Charlotte to do something herself. Ugh. Why is it so wet?
Why is it so wet?
I shouldn't be this tired.
You're always tired. Do you know why? Because you take pills. Shut up, baby. Actually, should I investigate? You okay? Oh. That's dead now. It died. Pain free. Take out the trash. Here you go. Have my trash.
I wonder if Alice's mother has a film of this photo somewhere. I actually hadn't thought about it before. I should call her on Friday.
I should call Friday.
Oh, God. Why do I like sleeping so much? Huh? Good. I think I'll get straight to work on this one. Focusing on something will do me some good.
Oh my window's down for the first time. Bloody hell. Look at us go. Onwards.
Christ, this one's heavy.
Christ. It's heavy. Mr. Ridley.
Hey, Mr. Ridley, I need help. I can't lift this bag myself.
So question, guys. Do you reckon if you could play this game, would you play?
Ridley! Ugh, wasn't easy. But at least I can start a new package.
What we
just
saying?
arrived. I guess Dorothy ordered it. I think I'll skip recording a video for the students today. They don't need to see me and the body.
Do you reckon that you guys would play this game if you had the
They'll still
opportunity?
have the accompanying photos anyway. November 27th, 1991. James Evans Jr. Evans had previously been convicted. Police photos show that the body was found naked. The body was found inadvertently. Sounds disturbing. I wonder what condition the body is in. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I didn't expect this
Headless.
level of mutilation. This is going to be a dirty job. Maybe
This
there'll be
is
something
gonna
worth
be a
noting
dirty
about the victim's
job.
clothes. Plain classic jeans. Certainly not my style. Is this? Interesting.
I would play it, but now I have watched.
Something stuck here.
Wait,
Looks
why?
like some kind of ectasis scale. This
Why?
could point mainly traces of soil. It's a bit
Why?
like
What's
the
changed your mind? Is that
should
because you've
have
watched
had.
it? Is that what you're trying? Is that what you mean?
To be related to a
Because you've
lighter
watched it, you now wouldn't
engraved
play.
with the police insignia. Stolen, or maybe purchased from a pawn shop. Traces of dirt, and here, another animal suit. The only thing I can tell from the clothes is that before his death, Evans had either put up quite a fight, or the attackers simply dragged him along the ground for a long distance. In turn, and this is certainly strange, the injuries themselves were inflicted only when he was naked. Okay, I'll take a look at the scales. They seem too different. Dorothy once brought an animal encyclopedia here. She performed an autopsy on an exotic animal smuggler. The guy suffered an accident while transporting illegal animals. Not only were the police needed on site, but it took nearly a day to round up his cargo. Dorothy had a hard time with that case. Did the impact kill him? Or did one of the animals he was transporting do him in? They even talked about it on the news. Who is that? Alright. Which page was it? Local wildlife. I bet oh, that was Nile crocodile. No way. I would expect something local. What kind is this? Oh, yes. This turtle turned out to be a killer. He ripped off the guy's wrist and tore him in a few other places. Aggressive beast. Ugh. Christ.
Because I have watched it. If not watched, would love to have. Yeah.
What was I supposed to? The pictures. I'll have to show them to Dorothy.
I find it interesting though because
Ranking with something like that.
like the game
That
is
would come out on top.
25, 22 pounds.
Right. The deceased skin is smooth and taut. This suggests an advanced stage of decomposition of the corpse.
I don't know. Maybe there's not a lot of money nowadays, but for games.
Nasty.
But we're what?
None of the
1 hour, 1.5 hours in this stream. We're 1.5 hours in,
Traces of the deceased ankles being bound in some way.
and we're at chapter 3.
Evans couldn't have tied himself up like that. It
So
looks like
we'll.
some sort of attack or kidnapping.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna take us 3 hours.
There's a bite. This wound appears to have been made by a sharp instrument. Interesting. This needs to be investigated further. No head. That's not hard to miss. I need to gather my thoughts together. It seems that I wonder whether, like, torn meat. I should have the work of animals can be seen here. The question is which ones. This looks very promising. The bite is clearly visible. It should be easy to compare with the encyclopedia. I hope I put it in right. I can never remember whether it was image up or image down. Fantastic. Just some tracing paper, a pencil, and I can check these in the encyclopedia. Now, did I leave them in a drawer? Or maybe a box somewhere? Ugh. I don't remember if I left them out somewhere. Archives. Just as lifeless as the corpses they concern.
It's better than Mortuary Assistant. Found that boring. Yeah, I would say the same actually. I think the difference between like this one and say like Mortuary Assistant is the fact that
I work with corpses, but I don't have to.
Mortuary Assistant is a lot more, much more like, this is the scares we want to bring you,
after myself.
and
Sometimes.
this is what we're gonna do. Like that's how the game is. That's more like how it is.
Nature.
But
case
I guess in a way,
I'll have to
like
consult the encyclopedia
this
again.
game's very
Good
different
thing
in
Dorothy
comparison
left it here.
of this is more a
Otherwise, I would've had to
simulator of
run back to my place to
autopsies
get
with
some.
like a few scares here and there. So it's like, it's supposed to be a simulator of you just chopping up bodies, but there's also like a slight unhinged story to it. Like nothing crazy, but a slight unhinged story. Which is fine. Absolutely fine.
That makes sense. This would also explain the mold found in the clothes. It turns out that some of the wounds can be safely blamed on local alligators. However, we cannot blame them for the decapitation. It's not these animals we Ugh. And Mississippi.
Finding clues how the person dies also seems fun. Yeah, definitely. So like, you get a body like this, and then you're having to go, okay, this is cool. This person's had a bite mark on the side of their chest. Like, I wonder what it was.
Quite deep and even. From the looks
They've
of
got
it,
rope
I'd
marks
say
on their
Evans
feet
was
and
restrained
their
with his own
hands.
belt.
So like, it's quite cool. It is quite interesting.
It doesn't look good. Evans wasn't decapitated with one cut. Looks like an uneven bite. It's worth taking a closer look at this. Maybe there will be some remaining teeth marks. The result of an animal tearing at its body. Eaten skin, soft tissues, and genitals.
His junk
There
got
are
bitten
even some
off.
teeth marks, but well, it doesn't look like an alligator. The bite is firmly incorporated into the wound. A photo alone won't help me here. I need to
His
make a
junk
cast
got
and
bitten off
compare
by
it.
a human. That's human junk. Like, I know. Human
Evan's
bite
right
marks.
side must have been more attractive to the crocs and insects.
Which human is
Very
biting
strong
off junk
biting
like
marks.
that?
You can see peeled up.
Damn.
It looks like the killer might have missed. There's no end to
Did you eat his
zoologists today. I need a tool with dental impression cement. Can I find it here? No. It's probably lying somewhere around in the lab. I hope the cement hasn't expired. A month after the due date. That could be worse.
Create a cast of the bite marks around the groin.
Now I need to cover the bite area. Wait until it hardens. The cast looks quite contaminated from the other wounds in that area.
Add sausage?
Let's hope the imprint turns
There
out
ain't no
there.
sausage left.
Brush, ink, and paper.
There ain't nothing left. There ain't nothing bad about
Similar to
it.
taking fingerprints.
It's just gone.
Paint over the area. That's very strange.
Doesn't exist
Run
anymore.
it through the facts and check it on the paint over the area.
Add teeth marks. That's true, it did.
And, that's very strange. I'll run it through the facts and check it on the computer. I really don't want to believe what I'm seeing.
I cheated? Can you imagine? Oof.
Loading.
That would be brutal, wouldn't it? Absolutely brutal.
Wow. This is, well, This is quite unexpected. Human teeth. Oh, fuck. Loading.
That would be savage.
It'll probably take a while. Loading.
Can you imagine though? That's got to be a severe bite, by the way. That ain't just some light-hearted biting. That is. Ugh. That's brutal.
Loading.
That's like. There's a whole.
It'll probably take a while. Finally. Huh? I'm going back to the body. I need to make a note before I start the dissection. This was torn. You can see that the tool used. The abdomen, the perfect. For allocators rarely kill humans, due to the body fat of the deceased. Time for internal analysis. Finally. First of all, I'll try to determine whether death occurred before the decapitation, or if it ended Evan's suffering. With the scalpel, I'll open the deceased. We see a lot of fat tissue under the skin. When I remove the ribs, correct. High level, the deceased smoked cigarette. And this is the culprit. Well, it didn't look like the holes were that deep. Such hemorrhage could have been caused by open pneumothorax should be added to this. The deceased could have experienced extreme hypoxia. And I wonder what the organ is enlarged, but similarly to the lungs, there is a trace of puncture with a sharp object. In pneumothorax, the heart rate increases. In the event of
So sorry if his friends were friends, if he was yeah, right?
The organ is fatty and
Rest in
enlarged.
peace.
The beginnings of cirrhosis are obvious.
Ain't gonna be good.
Well, that's it. This
Off-
time, nothing
off
to
with
write
the
home
note.
about. So, I proceed to carefully remove the stomach. Like most other organs, it is fatty and clearly enlarged, not to mention swollen, partially due to gases, but
That would be
mainly due to
crazy.
the deceased's
Rest in
lifestyle.
peace.
I take
You'd have
the
to give
organ
them
the
like a
cutting board.
pre-warning,
The
wouldn't you?
outside is intact. It
Like you do know
sounds
what
like
you're
there's
getting
an
yourself
unusually
into,
large
right?
amount of undigested, and now rotten stomach contents in blood. Evans had to swallow it due to his injuries, which means he was still alive when he was brutally wounded in the chest. Only the trachea. Surprisingly, it's not damaged by the decapitation. I move on to cutting it open. Okay. I carefully cut, and blood. Looks like I can wrap this up. Let me tie this together.
Let me tie this together.
After he was abducted, stripped, and tied up, he was dealt several penetrating blows to the chest. Then his head was cut off. Evans was deprived of his genitals.
We've
And they served as an easy meal for the animals, even though there were
LOL.
Oh well. I need to stitch this poor guy back up. It's really bothering me. Something's not right here. Because even now, the organs are relatively clean. I'll leave these questions for the police to solve.
Yeah, it's not our job, mate.
And now,
Yeah.
I get to head home. It's a fucked up thing. I'll hold off taking long walks in the forest for the near future. I have a feeling that it won't end with just one body.
Is my window open again? Gotta stop with this. Use a bread knife. Bread knife. Holy.
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The body's... I think it's the first time in a long time that I finished work at a decent hour. Oh, come on. Fuck. Fuck. I'm going to Ridley's. Maybe he saw something.
A bread knife.
Ridley, do you know what happened to my car?
Would you go that savage?
What happened to your car?
Would you
All
actually
the
go that
tires are
kind of...
fucking flat.
Well, it happens.
Oh.
Don't you have a spare in the trunk?
That would be...
One's in the trunk.
That would actually
No one
be...
carries 4
rude,
fucking extra tires. In the trunk!
Jesus, Handman, calm down.
Jesus, Handman.
Calm
Jesus.
down. That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you
Jesus,
think?
Handman.
Have you seen anyone around here? Someone strange? Suspicious?
Except you? No.
Haha, funny. I don't find all these jokes amusing, you know.
Uh-oh.
What jokes?
Funny.
Handman, what's wrong with you?
Hey
It's
man,
just
what's
tires.
wrong with
Such
Just
things are not a
tires.
coincidence. What's wrong with me? Things keep happening. Last week, and now this?
Just go wait for the taxi, okay? Fresh air would do you good. Neither you nor I will do anything about it now.
Neither you nor I will do anything? What have you been doing all day? Surely something like this can't just...
Maybe you should go outside.
Just gotta wait for my taxi. Taxi!
I just want to sleep.
God. Chapter 4. Ooh.
It would be easier just to move in and live here. I doubt I'll get reimbursed. Huh? Damn. It's good evening. Any news for me? Fuck me. I don't have the strength for this today. Have I taken my pills today? Did I take it? Or... one more won't hurt.
How many chapters are there? 5. 5 chapters. Five chapters. I need pills.
Fuck. I don't... Okay.
Yeah. There's only 5 chapters. So we're already on 4.
Jack. Take it easy. Oh.
We might be on for
Issue
some...
indeed. Then I'll move on to the body.
We might be on for some...
Shit. That's a lecture. I almost forgot.
Might be on for a new record here of how
This is making me
fast
nervous.
we complete this game. Yeah, we're flying through them. We really are. Keep taking those pills, exactly. I think we've got... I think this episode's around like 40 minutes. I think this chapter's longer.
Oh well. This is not the best framing.
But yeah, we are flying through actually.
Hello, everyone. It's the 20... something of,
Definitely flying through.
November 1991. Yes, you... Well, you already know the drill. So, the body is... So, the victim... The exact cause of the fire is the body was not found until the next morning. The deceased was sitting in an armchair near the... Firefighters indicated that it was probably the large quantity of poppers found near the deceased and rapid spread of the fire. Well, that's our basic question. Whether the death occurred as a result of fire, or whether he was dead before it. As you can see, the body is in quite an unusual pose. For the purpose of photographic documentation, we'll leave it like that for now.
Snapshot. Boom.
This position is called the pugilistic attitude. This is due to the influence of high temperature. The fire reaches the skin first, then the soft tissue, until the skeletal muscles. Coagulation occurs in exposed muscles due to their fibers shrinking. The extensors yield to the force of the flexors. The muscles contract and contract until the limbs become flexy and the upper ones are characterized by a triple bend, similar to a boxer holding his hands in front of him.
Anything else? There definitely has to be.
Just 10 minutes will do it. 10 minutes for the muscles and tendons to contract like a steak on the grill. In the end, the deceased must now be the deceased's neck, which explains why, despite the severe burns, the deceased's limbs are not all that twisted. That's better. It's easier to straighten him now. Without taking out the magnifying glass, we already know that the deceased's skin is heavily charred and cracked.
We already know.
As for the other detail, the rope marks around the rope around the neck wasn't very tight. I don't see it leaving a mark on the skin. There are crow's feet visible near the eyes.
Crow's feet?
Upper lip reveals front
What's
teeth.
wrong with crow's
The
feet?
sensors is broken. There's soot.
Crow's feet.
in the
Crow's
nostrils.
feet are like. Ooh. There's nothing wrong with
The
them.
victim sat in the chair the whole time, hence his back being in much better condition than this extremely burned area.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Looks as if a large flap of skin had detached from the calf.
Ew.
The rope at the man's ankles was tied much tighter and more precisely than the one around his wrists. All in all, quite a lot can be deduced from this external examination. The length, retraces failed severe. He appears to be loosely tied. The conclusions are quite clear. In this, the mixed burn, it looks like wounds extend. Perhaps we need to. It may seem incidental, but for us, it's a sign that the deceased was most certain. Due to the amount of charring, we are unable to collect the victim's fingerprints. Visual identification is also out of the question. You can probably guess what options we are left with. You get? Okay, it's going well. I should be able to get this done in time. Where are these trays? Maybe in this drawer. I'll warm this up in my hands. Okay. Making an impression is quite simple. You put trays with alginate into the mouth. And once... Okay. Again, we will need a piece of paper, a brush,
Boom.
and ink. We will make a plaster model of the deceased's teeth from the obtained impression. We will then make an impression of the mold on a piece of paper, which will be scanned into the computer.
Okay.
You see, it seems so simple. On the plus side, we don't have to worry about the gag reflex with the deceased. And no need to remind the subject to breathe either.
Did you guys ever have a fax machine?
With the doctor treatment.
Did you guys ever have fax? Or were you like not that old?
Wow. Who would have expected a match so soon? Well, the deceased... Okay, I'll add some details to the clipboard. Okay, and we can move on to dissecting the body. This time, I'll slice it piece by... Let me start here. I push hard several times until I cut a given section.
Never had one? No, neither. I wonder if they were actually like
You can see
cool
that
to
using a
use.
scalpel would be pointless here.
I wonder if they'd be really cool to use.
Solid crunch. Almost there. Now we peel back the skin. And we can check out what's going on in here. And I see that a lot has happened. In
Blood.
fact, the entire abdominal cavity is flooded. Blood and other fluids have seeped from the blood vessels, flooding the abdomen and chest areas. We have to get rid of this. I'll go get a cup or a ladle. I think I saw one somewhere here. Aha. I don't have all night. I'm going to need a vacuum pump. Right. The running around for everything starts again.
A vacuum
Why
pump.
can't things be tidied away properly in this damn mortuary?
Don't you know that's
Mr. Ridley? Mr. Ridley? I'll just go to the basement and check.
I'm just gonna go to the basement. Check. Go check the basement. All we need is a goddamn pump. Uh, uh, uh. What? There was... You guys saw him, right? You guys saw the guy just chilling. I wasn't like hallucinating there, right? You did see him. He's there again.
Old, rusty scrap.
Open sesame!
God! Where is this infernal machine? Wow, that's heavy. Can I fit through the door with this? I swear I'm going to have an accident here one day. Like Alice, when she twisted her ankle on those stairs. We were supposed to go to the mountains then. That was supposed to be our first trip since... And Alice...
Handman.
Because of me. As a letter. Fuck! Who delivers letters at this time? It's probably been sat in his office for ages. Just didn't want to move his lazy ass. So, we have the equipment. Now I have to place it somewhere close to the table. Phew. I can finally put this thing down. Alright, just... What? There's no tube? No one's used this for a long time. I apologize to you all once
What?
again.
There's no tube?
Aha! 3649. 3649. 3749. These lockers. Screw it. There might be something in here. Yep. I'm sure I wrote the code down on a piece of paper. And my memory for numbers. What do we have here? Boxes of disinfectants, syringes, thread, antiseptic. Oh, about here. I wanted to forget.
Hello?
Office of the Medical Examiner. Annual drug testing. I'll take care of it before I go home. I feel terribly weak. Wake up, Jack. Gee, there's been a bit too much going on lately.
Better take our pills. Go.
I was supposed to collect the hose. Focus on your work, Jack.
All I wanted to do was hoover this blood out of the body.
All right. Here I am. I hope that was the last long break in this session. So, let's connect the tube. We turn on the machine. With this amount of fluid, there's no point in holding back. Still a few nooks and crannies left.
Doesn't look like a very sanitized place. No, it doesn't, does it? You're right.
External examination.
For someone that deals with like dead bodies and having to keep them like, you know, non-contaminated for the police, that kind of stuff.
In a way, it's
Yeah,
quite
it
extraordinary.
Very safe. So weird.
That even with such severe burns, skin, the organs are all present and correct. A reddish pink tint indicates high carboxyhemoglobin levels. What interests me here is not the presence of this substance itself, but rather its percentage. But first, I'll need the values for the centrifuge.
We always
I
need
feel like I've been here
our
forever.
bloody notebook. We never just take our notebook with us.
Jack, focus.
Hey, we never take it with us.
Corpses recovered from the site of fire may have very different and complex histories. Burning is only at the surface. Underneath, it may be a heart attack, stroke, or
1085.
pulmonary embolism. This particular case appears quite basic. However, I would warn against making a diagnosis too hastily. A fire victim does not always mean death due to smoke
Fire
inhalation.
victim.
The centrifuge has completed its cycle. So, as usual, I will take the samples to the laboratory, and I'll be back with the results shortly. Ugh. What exactly was I supposed to test for?
Stop yawning.
COHB.
Why are you yawning? Making me
I'll
yawn in
take
real
2
life.
milliliters of huge sample.
Dip and suck.
Ugh.
He's yawning again. Holy shit. Guy. Maybe this is what the game's designing to do, make you bloody tired. Alright, there we go. Alright, put it in the choreograph thing.
Alright, I'll note this down and perform a check of the organs. What? Where? Mr. Ridley?
Where's the body?
Why did he take that?
So,
fucking
are you
body?
enjoying the game? I am, yes. Yes. It's different. I wouldn't
Why did you take the body?
I wouldn't say that like
Well, the body.
I wouldn't say it's proper horror.
Didn't take any of your
I don't think I would
bodies.
say it's like properly
it's okay.
horror.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But
But I...
Get back to
I would-
work. It's late.
I would probably say I would say that it's good as a simulator. But I wouldn't say that it's wouldn't say it's horror. Did you find one Easter egg? One Easter egg.
Maybe
Easter egg?
I think I'm just tired.
I haven't found. Wait, an Easter is it in the office? Check the drawer next to the door. Oh, open the bottom? Oh, the middle? What's the Easter egg? Last one? The monkey? Lower? Oh. No, I can't go any lower in these. These don't let you go any lower. These ones do, I think.
Aha. 3649.
Can?
3649.
Oh.
3749.
There's no circle to go lower. You see these circles? There's no lower on the circle one. Oh. Oh, it did. Oh shit. There's lotion and tissues and magazines. Oh my. Yeah, I did.
I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah,
Something. What?
Brain.
What's going on here?
Oh. Is the body back? Yes.
I think there's. I must have been seeing things. Results. Well, then we can. From the results, we can now be sure that the carboxyhemoglobin concentration was fatal.
Found a stash. I know, right? Found it. Thank you very much for that spray. How did you find that, by the way?
The organ has a reddish
How did you
tint.
How did you
which
find
results
that?
in the concentration of COHB and general congestion.
I would never have
Other
found
than
that.
that,
A
I
secret?
can cross this off my list.
You've got the inside knowledge, I see. Inside knowledge.
We will look at the lungs more from the outside, just like the heart. It is congested, and the color indicates poisoning.
The inside knowledge.
Thermal damage is visible here and there. Enough of the external exam. It's time to grab the knife and dissect the lungs.
Time to grab the knife and dissect the lungs.
Jesus.
Nice.
All right. You can see changes in the lung parenchyma caused by burns and smoke inhalation. Nothing new here.
So I'm assuming you've played through the whole thing, right?
So let's complete the notes.
I'm assuming.
And let's check the trachea.
Assuming you've played through the whole thing.
The color is the same as the rest of the organs. Significant congestion.
Something like that. Wait.
See what it looks like
Wait.
inside.
Are you one of the devs on the game? Am I being dumb? Am I?
Okay.
No,
Final cut.
probably. No.
There are visible burns inside.
Hello, Jonas.
What catches the
Jonas,
eye the
what are you
most
doing? Welcome.
Is the amount of soot. Looks like our
The amount
subject
of
was in the
soot.
thick of the fire. Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go.
Alright, Final notes.
Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go.
I'm doing well?
Consider
Good,
the
I'm glad
direct
you're
cause
doing
of
well.
Death to be severe carbon monoxide poisoning.
Carbon
with extreme
monoxide
hypoxia of the
poisoning?
body. The extreme burns of
my
the deceased's
God.
body and respiratory tract indicate that he must have been surrounded by fire. During the examination, no other factors were found that could have contributed to the victim's death. Just need to add my
Okay,
handcuff
who are we putting as the
and
signature
sew up
this
the
time?
body.
Who are we gonna put as the signature? Who wants their name put as the signature? Who's signing this body off? Which one? Which one of you? Who wants their signature put down here? I'm not signing this body off. This body is not my work. Not doing it. The most common is, oh, I can imagine. I can imagine what everybody is signing theirs off as. I don't even want to know what the random words people are putting into there. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
I'll close the body, trying not to damage what's left of the skin. As for stitching, well, it varied. So for this job, a thicker needle and heavy-duty thread. Well, after storing the body, there's nothing left for me.
When you give the
attention. All the best,
community
and good night.
the
My
chance
God, what an exhausting day.
to type in what they want
I need
and
to get
draw
these
what they
clothes off and
want,
call a taxi. I swear I'm about to pass out from exhaustion.
it's just not a good idea. Oh, I need to call a taxi. When you give the community their freedom to do what they want with like that drawing of the signature, you know it's always going to be a bad thing, right? Like
Oh fuck.
yeah.
You're in sample.
You're just allowing the
Okay,
community to
this
do
is
what
it.
they want. You know full well when you add this kind of stuff to the game, you know it's never gonna go great. You could trust them, but they wouldn't. You can put even images.
I should
Yeah.
drink more
Yeah,
water.
yeah. Crazy.
As expected. Sleeping
All I know
like
is
a log.
there's two endings to this, I believe. When I was looking through the achievements, there's
Fuck.
two endings.
What's going on here?
Hurricane taxi, we will take
I could be
you
wrong,
wherever
but
the
it
wind
looks like there was
takes you.
two endings. Haha.
Hello.
Wait, am I onto
I'd like to order
something?
a taxi to
Is there a
574
potential
Wesley
for
Street.
two endings?
Okay, hun.
Maybe there
Our
is.
drivers are busy at the moment.
There is
Just
two
send me dudes
endings.
within the next
Aw.
hour.
I've already had
Hour?
one.
Oh,
I
no.
already had one, but I feel like I'm on the exact same course for that ending.
Can I take
Because
your name?
I've tried a few
Okay,
different things
Okay, thank you.
to, like,
do you have a loyalty
not
card?
make the
No.
ending
Would you like to set one up?
happen,
For regular customers,
but
we have
everything I've
discounts,
tried
extra-
just seems to be the wrong,
Make the
like,
taxi
the game
fee
forces you to do that
Well,
anyway.
I thought so.
So,
Thank you.
I don't know how to get the second
This
ending
is
yet.
already giving me a headache.
And I'm a feeling it's gonna happen very, like, my choice is gonna happen very.
Jesus, what now? Yes, how can I help you?
Jack, why did you do that?
You have to play
Why did
again
you
last
do
chapter.
that?
Oh.
Why did you do that?
Oh my god!
Oh
What was
wait, so
that?
it's not a decision thing. You have to redo the last chapter.
This was some kind of mistake.
Or yeah. So it's not a decision
Now we're
thing.
here.
You just have to redo the
I
last
can
chapter.
drink.
You have to play again. that right?
Strong. Everything's spinning.
Help me! video cutscene. Red room. Red room. Red room. Holy. Goddamn. Chapter 5. Damn.
Is this fucking shits? They went too far
They went too far this time.
this time. What's that? Is that blood? Oh God, what's happened? Are you deaf?
Sure, whatever you say, Hammond.
Why is that even funny? Do I need to bring you the evidence?
Sure, if you have some. Not me. I think you slept too much myself.
Cases like these can be
Oh.
extremely disturbing. I guess I should take my pills.
I guess I should take my pills.
I should go to the cemetery later. I thought not today. To forget the most important of things.
Put on the apron and the dissector.
Every fucking time. Oh my God. Alice. No.
That ain't Alice.
It's only
Or is it?
just. Oh, I'm so tired. So. Amber Lou, the body was lying in the grass, but investigators determined, according to the information, a friend at. Why do people do such things? Now, photographic documentation.
So, when I finish this game, are you saying I have to go back and play the chapter again, and it will change the ending, like as a whole?
The deceased's skin is extremely
Is that what you're
pale.
saying?
No livor mortis is
You
visible.
can load? Yeah, so does it automatically change the ending, or do I have to do something?
Lots of rough.
Do I have to do something in
slashing cuts.
to change it? Or I don't know.
The deceased is missing her right arm.
There is two endings. Yeah, there is two endings. Now you have to do something else to get.
The palm and front of the hand is covered with numerous wounds.
Interesting.
Extensive hematoma on the victim's forehead. The deceased is also missing her left leg.
And I have to do something different to be able to achieve that. Okay. That's gonna be interesting, because I'm hoping it's obvious what you have to do. Is it obvious what you have to do?
Several signs of redness on the neck and chest. You can see that Alice has been through a lot.
You cannot spoil. Ah!
Why
Okay,
is she so...
Okay.
focused? The overall
Because
picture is
I thought it was when he
looks
came in
relatively
through the
fresh.
office in chapter
the
4,
deceased could have fallen,
but it's not.
or maybe she was struck hard.
So it's got to be in this final
Minor
chapter.
redness appearing in
So I
several
need to make...
places.
What we need to do now, then, is we need to take a good observation about everything that happens in
Wound
this
on the end of the
chapter,
elbow seems much deeper.
so that we can
Unlikely
reload
that
it
this
and change
bruising.
the ending. Somehow.
There are no signs of internal bleeding, detectable through an internal examination.
So we're gonna have to try and go for the second ending.
The wounds were stitched
after
up
we
by
finish
someone
this.
who knew what they were
Unless
doing.
we can get the
Although
second ending
It seems that
before
the sewing was done in a
before we
hurry,
finish.
and quite carelessly
Maybe.
at that. Both the arm and leg were taken all the way to the joint. The perpetrator used a scalpel, but the cut line itself looks jagged. These wounds appear to have been caused by crawling across rough ground.
Ouch.
Let me sum this up somehow. Some of the wound, the stitching, there appear to be. We do not know the exact circumstance. Maybe even though the wounds extent, it is unknown. There are many indications. I will check the UV lamp whether cases like Alice, you know that I would never.
Check the bathroom for your pills again? Really going for pills again?
Jack, breathe.
This window is always open. Shut the goddamn window.
It's just.
I surely do I need to take the pills?
Pull yourself together.
We gotta keep a sharp eye out, guys. See what we can do if we get the second one.
Well, we can see that there are traces around the hickeys. Most likely saliva. The perpetrator was obviously looking for an opportunity to fulfill his paraphilia. Oh, Christ. The police will have plenty to do. If I can find my hard drive, I can just take an X-ray. I'll move these tables away. Make room for the X-ray machine. Maybe Dorothy should take over for me today. What have I done to you, Alice? I'm so sorry. I didn't want to. Have I lost my mind? I must have gone crazy.
Oh, locate the hard drive in the open. Alright, go get the hard drive.
Oh. Huh? Oh, I think I'm just tired. These bulbs need changing.
They all know.
Huh?
Did you answer your phone?
Telephone? What phone?
They all know.
Huh?
The phone rang a few minutes ago.
I didn't hear anything.
For you to take medicine.
How so?
For you to get results.
Yeah. I'll call them back.
Ridley's weird, so.
How many days is it? It all rolls into one.
He's a weird old guy.
All right. Now fire it up. Center it between the eyes at the root of the nose. Okay, looks good. I thought for sure this old thing would have tripped the breaker. All right, I just need to upgrade the image and I need to check the frontal bone, crystal galley, aneurysm, internal auditory canals, Alice, ethmoid, and frontal sinuses. And now I can print it.
Skull.
Why can't I see the wound? I need to look at this in the light box. Strange. I guess I'll have to repeat. Let there be light. Damn. I knew this luck wouldn't last. These flickering lights would drive anyone over the edge.
Are you from T17? No, I'm not actually. So I know, well, I'm not from T17, but I work closely with their relations team. Matt Clemens. I work really closely with him.
I'll need the flashlight and to find Ridley for help.
And yeah, he gave me the opportunity to play this, which I think is awesome.
What?
Yeah, I'm very lucky to say the least. That so you've been playing before? Yes, yeah. I only this morning actually. I played a little bit last night, but I finished the game early this morning. So on the channel, on this channel, if you wanted to watch like a non-commentary playthrough, I've done a video for non-commentary playthrough on there too.
There's a surprise.
So that basically I can do a non-commentary and a commentary run of this game. Because I wanted to give people best of both. Because a lot of people like to sit and watch the story.
Oh, alright. What now? I'll start the generator in the shed. Maybe it's been left unlocked. For once, Ridley's carelessness will be useful. It's getting cold. Must have rained earlier. And it looks like it won't be as simple as I hoped. Great. And the keeper of the keys has left his post. God, I have...
So, I'm confused.
I'm getting weak.
You're a good speedrunner?
This crew needs a talking to.
Speedrun?
Or...
Nah, no speedruns here.
Dark. Oh, there's a hammer.
I'm trying to figure out what I need to do though for the second ending, because I don't want to. I know what's Jesus. Gonna happen.
I'm feeling dizzy.
Like
oh, I'm exhausted.
I know what's gonna happen is like this. I'm only gonna get the first ending, but there's got to be something I need to do, change it, so that I don't get this ending. Because obviously it's not right now.
God damn it.
God damn.
It's actually holding up. Oh well. Something... God. I am not doing well. Something's missing here. Some kind of switch or a crank.
A mini game is annoying. Oh yeah, that mini game is a pain.
So much shit in here.
So much pain. Like, you just sat swinging for no reason. It's such a weird mechanic for smacking a lock off of a door. I'm shocked that they added this.
All right. Now,
it's cool
just
though.
To crank it up. Something wrong? Great, it started. Not for long. Oh man, maybe it's low on fuel.
So this is where the ending is.
Finally. I'll just start this thing and call Dorothy. I think I've had enough. I shouldn't even be here.
I don't want to put the fuel in. I don't want to do it.
I guess that's enough. Nice. Another empty jerry can to add to the collection.
Is there nothing I can do? I wonder. I reckon that is my ending. I don't know where Ridley goes when he goes on his walkabout. What, more pills? Wait, you can keep eating them. Wait, how many pills can we eat? Stop it? Jack will die? Oh, he will? Okay, okay. Nah, you're kidding. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. This is gonna have nothing to do with the second ending though, right? This has got nothing to do with the second ending. You're just making me eat pills for no reason. You're just making me eat endless pills. Alright. I'll just do a quick sweep around. Make sure that he's still dead. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna do it. We're gonna go. We're gonna turn on the generator and see what we're gonna have. It's gonna be the same ending, I believe. It's gonna be the standard ending. But the door. What's that on the outside? Oh, is that part of the generator? Yeah. Damn.
I'm not used to this, but...
Yeah. Damn it.
My head. What just happened? What the fuck? Who tied me up?
It's only for a moment. Sorry, man.
Stephen? What the fuck do you mean?
Think I hit you too hard with that shovel.
Oh, haha, great fucking joke. Untie me now. I don't have the energy for your shitty games.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I don't understand. Stephen, what do you mean? This has got to be some kind of mistake.
You, and your moaning, you and your problems. You're not the victim here.
But...
Shut up! Can you shut your mouth for just one fucking second? To me, you are just a murderer.
Murder? What?
There's nothing for me to look
Knocked down?
around.
You thought I didn't know anything?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about! Stephen!
My poor sister. Even now, you can't muster up any courage, any honesty. You disgust me. I suspected you from the beginning. As soon as I found out that Alice is dead, I knew it
You'll
was
be on
you.
the table at this rate?
Tumors, aneurysms, unexplained circumstances. Who are you trying to fool? For God's sakes, you're a doctor!
Stephen, no. It doesn't work like that.
Shh! I haven't finished talking. Why did you lie, Jack? Why didn't you say anything? You confessed! I knew I had to do something about it myself. Any of this making any sense yet? Threats? A ring? Photos?
There's nothing for me to, like,
On the loose?
grab.
He died in that accident, by the way.
There's nothing for me to grab or do.
Fuck!
Yes, I am! You've no clue just how much. Oh, I'm on some fantastic fucking drugs for it. Only, I've been slipping them to you. I was hoping to break you down, that you'll be pushed into doing something drastic to yourself, and I'll just stand there and watch.
Her tumor was incurable.
That's a filthy lie.
This... It was only a matter of time.
Again, lying!
I saw the scans.
You know what? I think I've had enough of your bullshit.
All right. Okay. I lied. But hear me out. We had an argument that day. Worse than usual. I was drunk. And I was angry. There was a fight. I pushed her. I pushed her against the wall. She hit her head and... She fell. Yes. Just like that. Limp and lifeless. I panicked. I thought... I don't know. I didn't think at all. I was afraid I had caused it. That someone will accuse me. That it'll be the end of my career. When I called an ambulance, it was too late. Way too late.
It wasn't an accident.
And then I lied. I said that's how I found her. That I wasn't there with her. And now, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it. Everything. This whole year. Just dead memories. As if I didn't exist at all. Since that day.
Fuck, here we go again. Even now. Even now, you have the nerve to lie.
Stephen, I'm sorry. I suffered too.
It wasn't an accident. You understand now? Someone has to pay for this.
What's going on here? Stephen, drop the gun.
It's none of your business, Sean. Leave and forget you saw anything.
Steve, you know I can't do that.
Mr. Ridley, please, run!
Shut up!
You know I'll shoot if I have to.
Well, in that case, the next two of us.
Stephen, no!
Okay. That was ending 1. That's, yeah. So that is ending 1. That was good. Enjoyed that. Same.
This is fucking shit. They went too far this time.
Well, okay. Let's say. Let's leave that here. And then maybe what we'll do is when I figure out the second ending, I'll do a little video for ending 1 and ending 2. I think that would probably be like the best. Wait, hello? Why was I so... What the hell? Okay. Let's do a bit of this. Okay, cool. So, yeah. I'll try and figure out the second ending, and then I'll post a little video of ending 1 and 2. But guys, if you want to see a non-commentary playthrough, and if you want to carry on supporting the channel, make sure to go and catch out all the videos that I've posted on the channel right now. They'll all be out right now actually. Plus the long non-commentary playthrough is out as well. So if you want to watch commentary, obviously rewatch the stream. If you want to watch non-commentary, go and watch some of those episodes as well, and make sure to share them and get people involved, because yeah. But thank you Team 17 for the opportunity to play this game very, very early. And thank you very much to the devs for allowing this to happen, because it's awesome. I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was really good fun. Definitely tinkered on the simulator side of things, which is obviously in the name, and it had the horror aspect story to it, but just slight hints, which was really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So yeah, so guys, the next stream will probably be tomorrow, because we'll be playing the new World of Warcraft War Within beta. So if you want to come around, stick around for that. I'm going to be streaming all day for that tomorrow. So you're more than welcome to come and hang out, come chill, come watch me learn the new World of Warcraft like maps and like the new things that they've got to offer in August. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon. And as always, peace.